Hustle podcast, where life, hustle, and construction collide in the heart of California. So you brought your homie today. He came in with so much sunshine, dude. I had to put my glasses on.
It's because he's white. But you know,
White
I'm excited.
is bright, but we
I'm
like
excited because I finally get like some testosterone up in here, some very much needed male presence. And you know, we were gonna go the other route with that other guy, but he's a little too insecure, so we had to bring.
What are you trying to say? That are estrogens too much or what?
No. I can handle it because I'm intergalactic.
Yes,
but it doesn't hurt to have another, because you know it's Chris and I, so it's not just me. You know, so I feed off Chris because he's a powerful man.
Yes, he is.
But there's nothing wrong with having the trifecta here today.
There you go.
Which is a good buddy of mine, a very good friend. And, you know, it wasn't long ago where we met. But there's a reason why Rocio looks like the Terminator. And we're all wearing shades.
Yeah, I never wear glazed shades.
It's because the man, the myth, the legend, the Diesel King is here.
Yes.
Thank you guys very
Diesel
much.
King.
Thank you guys very much for having me. I'm really excited.
Yeah, he's been excited. Well, you know, I did receive, and I counted, 762 emails in the last 3 months. And some of them were cool and some of them weren't. I'll give you an example. One of them was like, "What's up, Trash King? Are you afraid of the real king? When am I coming on?" So it was little shit like that.
Yeah.
Then ultimately, he knew he wasn't getting anywhere with me, so he reached out to Rocio, and Rocio finally booked him.
Actually, I reached out to him.
Oh shit, that's even worse. Now I feel like
I did.
shit.
Yeah.
I reached out.
Oh man. No, I'm glad she did though.
Yeah, because
it's a long time coming, man.
Well, I mean, leaders lead, and so here we are.
Yes.
Yeah. And it starts.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We're live. We'll do it live.
Mike, before we talk more shit, look into the camera. Let the people know who you are and how you got here.
Yeah, so my name is Mike Hofius. I'm in the oil and gas industry. I've been in the industry for about 13 years. I've been married 21 years. My wife, Lindsay, and I just celebrated in January.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
We have two great kids. Derek is a senior at Valley Christian High School in Cerritos, and then our daughter, Michaela, is a freshman. So,
Nice.
yeah, we're busy.
Yes,
we're
awesome.
busy.
That's beautiful. 21 years.
21 years.
Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
So how do you still look so alive? 21 years. What's the secret?
I don't know, man. It's just good genetics, I guess. I'm just kidding. No, you know what? I'll tell you what. My wife is she's the GOAT, and couldn't do what we do without her. So yeah,
That's
she's
awesome.
the backbone.
I love
of
that
this
she's
deal.
the GOAT.
She's the GOAT.
Well, happy
Nice.
early birthday. Happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Yes,
mother,
yes.
wife.
That's tomorrow. Funny story. I mean, we're gonna just go through this. So I pulled. I got here early. And so there was, I went to go pick up some flowers, and I didn't have any cash on me, and I thought I did, and I picked them out, and I felt so bad. So I'm gonna need you to Venmo me.
I got cash.
Okay, all right, I'll Venmo you. I gotta go
you.
back. I told her I was coming back, so I gotta come back.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, we'll get you what you need, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I was home in my living room. I don't know. I can't tell you how long ago, but we've known each other for what? About a year, maybe.
Yeah.
So I get a call from Hugo over at Monzon and Sons, and he's drunk at a game, and he's like, "There's somebody I need you to meet. There's this guy. He's super cool. I think he's totally on your nuts." But he introduces me to Mike, and then we start chatting. But I wanted to go back to that initial conversation because we were talking about the show and him being on the show, and you said that you wanted to share something on this show the day you finally came on. Some sort of a testimony or something.
Well, I mean, yeah, I definitely want to get into that. Yeah, I mean, I've watched you guys' show. Obviously we all became friends via LinkedIn, right? That's kind of how it all started and stuff. And the Safety Vibe clips kept coming up on my algorithm, and then so. I've been following Safety Vibe since my days I was in the refineries. So I remember, and I think you guys were like the first ones to do the, I really liked your videos. I commented on one of them, and I wasn't into LinkedIn. I wasn't a social media person, and I just remember I loved it because it was authentic, it was real, and you told a story, right? And so I love that because I think a lot of times, especially in those early days of LinkedIn, it was kind of like, hey, I sell this, buy it from me. Hey, I sell this, buy it from me. And you're like, hey, this is me. I happen to sell this. if you need anything, I'd be glad to help. And so it was just cool. I commented it, and then, but again, I wasn't very active on it. But I'm glad I am, because like I said, you get to meet really good people, really good, folks. And, we were talking about it earlier. It's like life's short. We don't, so it's like, if you can just get around and be around really good people, and, and it's how can we serve you? Like
yes,
Frank's
let's be friends. Let's do some business.
Yeah, Frank's like, hey, let's go. I'm going to introduce you to so and so, and then I did the same thing. And you know what? I think as great as it was that the people that he's introduced me to, I felt more like gratification when I got to take him. Come on, I got one for you. So it's been fun, and I'm just here to help. Yeah, whatever I can do to.
So when I saw Mike in person, because he did such a amazing Christmas thing, right, where he had his whole the whole getup, right, with the glasses and everything, and he actually paid a visit here. And I didn't know Mike at the time, and I don't know if you knew Sam, but he came in full gear with portals, dude. I mean, portals, okay, not chingaderas. And I mean, I got endeared to you like this guy is genuine and fun, and obviously, as you can tell in his appearance, he's a businessman. He knows how to handle business and be cool, because people want genuine, people want cool. People don't want to be like, oh, this is my name, can you buy something? No.
Yes.
Hard no. But if you come in as Santa and then a couple weeks later, hey, how you doing? Come on in, because you endeared my heart before you even talked about any kind of transaction, and that's key.
Oh, thank you. You know what, that was kind of my start. I did the 12 days of Christmas with Mike Hofius, and that was the thing.
So genuine, see,
Hofius. And so, when I said I was going to do it, all of a sudden I was like, how am I going to come up with 12 different stories in 12 days? And it was hard. Like, the first one was, it kind of jump started. I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to, put myself out there. And then I was kind of running out of ideas. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to tell the story of what happened today. Obviously I embellished it a little bit, used a little bit of AI, a little bit, and it made it fun, But I think people. You don't know what you don't know, and people didn't know who I was, what I do, who I work for, and so it was like, hey, it was just kind of a fun way to be like, hey, I'm here. This is me. This is my personality. Some people gravitate to it. Some people are like, this guy's a clown. But you know what? It was fun, and I got it was really neat the feedback. So then it kept
as salespeople, we know we're not everybody's cup of tea, but we're a good cup of tea. So once we start connecting with the people that are, like they say, birds of a feather flock together.
That's it.
Then people want to come to our crowd, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like, oh yeah, those are the cool guys over there.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about this guy is that he's not afraid to post it. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to post it. I'm going to do it.
Well, we overthinkers over here. Like, are you sure?
We were at the AGC event not too long ago.
Yeah, at the Summit House.
And we're at the Summit House, and we're walking around, and there's this lady that comes up to him. Oh my God, it's Mike! Like, super starstruck.
Yes, that's what you can create on LinkedIn.
Here's what I think. At first, I thought this dude's fucking with me. He paid her. She's an actress, to follow him around, like oh my God, it's you.
Yeah, I wiggled the ear, and that was a sign to come over.
He's with me. He's with me now. Do it now.
Yeah.
No, but it was actually kind of cool to see, and for him to get those kudos, because he does hustle. He does bring a lot of levity to a lot of days.
Yeah.
And you could just tell it comes from the heart, and that's different, right? And you want to. Those are the kind of people that I think every single person in this room partners up with and really gravitates to. So I'm glad he walked into to our lives here. Yeah. But don't get used to it, because I'm going to talk shit to you later.
Yeah. I'll bring it.
Mike, because you sell, tell me a little bit about what you sell. How long you been doing what you're doing?
So I work with California Fuel and Lubricants. We're a bulk fuel and lubricant distributor. We're based out of Garden Grove, but we handle from Alameda, Northern California, down to the U.S.-Mexico border. And then we have a facility out in Las Vegas. So we sell diesel fuel, gasoline, DEF, and then we're a Shell lubricant distributor. So heavy duty engine oils, gear oil, grease, hydraulic oil. So basically, if you have machinery, it needs fuel, it needs oil, and I'm your guy.
Yeah. How long have you been doing it?
I've been in the industry for 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Solid.
So I started when I was 12, and
yeah.
That's what keeps me young.
That's why you're so good. You started as a kid. Shit. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you enjoy it?
I do. You know what? I for some odd, wild reason, I enjoy chaos.
All good salespeople enjoy chaos.
I enjoy chaos. It's the problem solving. Hey, we're in an industry that's I need it yesterday, and so how can you?
I was just about to ask that. Like, why do you consider it chaos, or why is it chaos?
No, just because
people's lack of planning.
Well, no, there's that. No, but it's something that's needed every day, and you can't be everywhere at the same time. And so, like, it's planning. It's logistics. It's hey, I have a demo job here that I need fuel. I need all my equipment fueled before we get started at 6 a.m. Perfect, no problem. We'll do that. But then we're also filling up a fleet of trucks. We're going to, there's delays at the refineries, whatever the case may be. So it's always it's looking at your systems that you have in place, and then figuring out a way to that you can take care of the needs of all your customers, because you're only as good as your last delivery. That's kind of how we operate. And so it's like you might have won a customer today. You could lose them tomorrow because of lack of efficiency. So we just got to make sure that you stay on top of that. And then there are the instances where, hey man, I forgot. Can you get a truck over here? Or, hey, I need your help. I always tell people I can't put bulk diesel in the back of my truck, but like if you get a hydraulic hose that blows on a job site, call me. I'll throw the drums in the back of my truck. I'll run them up to you myself.
Yeah. See,
and it's just
that's it right there. That's what keeps you in, especially with oil and gas. They start running those turnarounds. They're going to work for 2 months, 24/7, and like overnight, probably the night guy didn't tell the day guy that we're down to this much fuel, so then you get that call. But when you come through and do stuff like that, like I can't put the whole bulk thing on my back, but I'll bring a drum if you got the hose, and you come through, dude. That's when they start telling two friends and so on. Call Mike, dude. He does this.
But that's what sets it different, right? That sets a new kind of standard, because these sales guys nowadays, they won't put a drum of anything in their vehicle and take it to someone. If it's out of stock, it's out of stock, and they'll just sit there and twiddle their thumbs and watch Instagram. I don't know what they do, but yeah. And I know that recently, the industry got a little slow, Well, it started last year, right? When P. Diddy got arrested, and your lubricant, the lubricant market took a hit, and instead of selling 50 drums of lube, you were only selling 10. And then
we had to diversify our portfolio and go in other directions.
And then this year, they closed the Strait of Hormuz or whatever.
Yeah, right.
So there's a diesel shortage, but anyway. What does the king do to amplify sales or during these rough times?
Okay, can we back up for a second though?
Yeah.
Can we? Okay, so
back to the lube or
no, to the diesel king.
Okay.
Gotcha. So going back to the 12 days of Christmas, we were making videos. I was making videos. I say with my team, it was me, myself, and help with my nephew that introduced me to some of the AI apps. So at the end of the 12 days. I get tagged on a post, and it's Frank, and he's like, "You think you're the only one that can do it?" So we started talking. How do I say mierda?
Taki mierda. Yeah, there you go.
And so then
roll that R.
And then so then it was it became a little bit of a banter, and we had a feud going for a little while.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because I felt the presence. I felt you coming on a little strong, trying to, I saw you as a little bit of a threat. It needed immediate attention, So
well, wait.
No.
Why trash and lube?
No, I just knew this guy was someone that I could do that with for whatever reason, and I wanted to pick on his ass a little, talk shit. Yeah. So
it didn't bother me at all.
I mean, I did get a bill for some therapy sessions.
Yeah.
And, I'm still paying that off, but it was worth it. No, I don't know. I was just sitting there and I thought about it, and I challenged them to this little thing, and I think it worked. I mean,
it was fun. No, I mean, I think that it just, it's that whole, who do you know who, right? Who do you know who does this? Who do you know who does that? And, with all the just junk that's going on in the world, right? It was fun banter. Like, oh wow, like you know what? You could get away for a 30-second video of us clowning around, and you know.
Oh, it got deep. I mean,
there was a couple ones that cut.
There was videos of us destroying each other's vehicles, and it was a back and forth thing. And even Marisol was involved. Like, you're not gonna let him beat you, are you?
Yeah, she called me the diesel dork.
Yeah, the diesel
dork. Yeah.
Yeah. So because I have a good support system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a posse. Cool. It was fun. No, you know what?
It's all marketing. And all, whether people see it as good or bad, all marketing is good marketing. Yep. So that was good. I do remember that.
Yeah. I mean, we still have ideas that we haven't, filmed yet. But
And then there was one video where you called me the king of trash. I mean, sorry, the king of diesel. And that's what sparked the Diesel King. And then so we had stickers made, and I showed up to your sales meeting.
Oh yeah.
And I came in with a Diesel King shirt. I had the shades on, and it became a character. So
yeah, he shows up to my sales meeting with a signed autograph picture portrait.
Like a glamour shot. Yeah.
Was this real or is this
no, that was real.
Okay, because I thought it was real too.
No, this was an AI. This man showed up in the office.
Yeah.
At Arrow?
At Arrow Disposal with an autographed Diesel King glamour shot portrait that he took at Glamour Shots. Probably
at the Lakewood Mall.
A Diesel King T-shirt and Diesel King everything. He outfitted me with all kinds of Diesel King stuff. It was hilarious.
think you guys did post that too when he walked.
We did. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the other day we went to a Laker game, and I got a Diesel cup, and we're having a good time. It takes me to the best places. And there's a reason why he takes me to the best places, and I'll tell you that story too. Your game, and he takes me to the best spots. We're sitting at the VIP high lounge and all this stuff, right? So, but before that Laker game, I remember one time during the Christmas time, during his 12 days of Christmas, and he's being this awesome Santa Claus Mike.
Yeah,
this man calls me up. I'm buying Christmas gift baskets, and I'm tapped into the Holy Spirit of Christmas, and I'm having the time of my life, and I'm thinking life couldn't get better, and then Mike calls me and he's like, "Your life's about to get better, bro. I'm gonna give you 4 Kings tickets, suite level this, and blah blah." And I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm telling Marisol, and Marisol's all excited. She's like, "This kind of shit only happens to you. I hate you," and I'm pumped. But I didn't start telling people because I'm already thinking, who am I going to invite? I'm going to bring my son. It's going to be a great game Saturday. And then I get a phone call like five seconds later. And it's like, "Hey, those tickets I was going to give you?" "Yeah, I gave them to my son. I'm sorry."
It was something like that. No, that did happen. That did happen. So, hey,
blood is thicker than water. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, don't take it personal.
It was a harsh reminder. Like I felt bad. Like never. This is why I don't trust the white man.
Stereotypes come from somewhere, right?
I felt what the Indians felt. I started singing "This land is my land."
So you know what? It was a fast and wild time during those 12 days of Christmas, and I was off on my dates. And so I was like, I had promised tickets to my son and his friends, and so long story short, I'm like, I'm on speaker. I'm with my wife, and we're on speaker, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got you, Frank." The whole deal, and then all of a sudden I get off the phone. She goes, "I think those tickets were given away already." And I was like, "No, it's." And I looked at the date, and I was like, and so I called Frank. I already had sent it to him. So I'm like, "Hey, I need you to send those back to me." And he's like, "What?" And anyway, so he's never
forgiven me for that. Obviously,
no. And so I've been trying to
traumatizing for you, Frank.
That was the real reason why the beef started.
Yeah, that was it.
I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
You fuck with me, I fuck with you.
Yeah. So we kind of, we made it happen.
Yeah.
No, I totally understood. I was like, it's cool. Like, he made it up to me.
Yeah.
He made it up to me.
So but we were at the and I checked out your truck. It's still up there, by the
way. Oh yeah. So we're going to the Laker game. Back to the Laker game, and we go to the game. Everything, whatever. We ride together. We went home separate, And it wasn't until the next day, and I'm looking at the back of my truck, and there's a big ass diesel sticker on the back windshield. And
I got
this.
You got him.
But hold on, diesel as in that. Which one?
You know what? Let me show you.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So this is for you.
Oh, see, he's so lovely.
And this is.
He's a giver.
Hey, wait. You're not going to take them back 5 minutes from now, are you?
5 seconds.
Hey, you know those cups I gave you?
Yeah. I need them back.
I need them back.
At the same time, Rocio? Now you're not the
I
only
love
one.
these.
Look at that.
Look at that.
King.
The tumbler. So
very cool.
When I was saying earlier that I was kind of running out of ideas, for some of these videos and stuff. And so one of the videos we did was here's a pro tip in marketing and how to add value is you sign up for local charity golf tournaments. Collect all the swag, put your own company logo on the tumblers, and then hand them out, right? And so that was so that's what I did. I took our tumblers, put a Diesel King sticker on it, and you guys are now
very
everywhere
cool.
you guys go, you'll think of the Diesel King.
Yeah, the Diesel King.
I love it.
I like it.
I love it.
Keeps
Thank
your drinks
you.
hot and cold, however you like it, and
Yes. I love it. Thank you.
up to 72
Sweet of
hours.
you.
So
Look
what's
at
the
you.
Diesel King currently working on?
Well, I got a trip planned next week. I'm going to the Strait of Hormuz, trying to settle that whole deal
I'm
out.
finally
You
glad
and
someone's
Trump or
taking
what?
charge.
No, he's actually sending me. He's like, hey, I need you to go.
wow,
And so,
yeah, you can do this.
So I gotta straighten that stuff out. And no, we're just we've been we've been really, really busy, and we're blessed to say we've been busy. And we're just trying to take care of the clients that we have, and then build relationships, and then be there when the prospects call and they say, hey, we need your help, and we'll be ready to go. So we've just been, I try to do, I like you, I do a lot of windshield time. And I, it's always easy, like to, at the end of the day, to like, just, all right, I'm done. And it's like, you get that voice in your head that says, hey, you do one more, just do one more call. Just stop it. If you're, let's say I'm in Montebello, and it's like, okay, do I go to Montebello and then go somewhere else, or can I go to Montebello for my meeting and then go hit up three to five? It's simple. It's nothing. I mean, you guys have heard it. You guys are in sales and business, but it's like, it's easy to fall into that trap of, no, I did my meeting and let's go. But no, you really, that voice in your head, challenges you, right?
Well, the true salespeople think like that. Other people that just gonna do their job, they'll go to their meeting and they'll go home. While we're over here like, who can I? Well, I should go over here, or I should go over here. I mean, talk about time management, especially that gas is so damn expensive.
Yeah.
It's like, how can I use my time and my fuel and make some more calls? Because we're always prospecting, right? You're always prospecting.
Always.
You're only as good as your last delivery.
Yeah.
These are what sales pros. That's the way we're wired. That's the way we think.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got the big, call it whatever. I got a $50,000 order. Cool. And then in the next hour, you're still like, what's up, big doc? What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's never like, I'm done for the day. I just sold 50 G's. No, it's
No,
not.
it keeps going.
Well, how about at the end of the month? It's like you never get to you never celebrate the win because it's May 1st. It's May 1st, and it's like and it's like, so for and that's going back to like, I enjoy the chaos. It's like when you do get that win, it's awesome for like 4 seconds.
Yeah. I was gonna say 5 minutes.
Yeah,
but
no,
all
even
right.
that. No, it's like, okay, well, I gotta get the next one because that's this month's over, and then it's like, oh, and I always feel like it's the end of the month, it's a new month. It's the 15th of the month. You're like, it just, it's just that repetitive cycle. So I heard a quote a long time ago. The guy said, the more hands you shake, the more money you make.
That's true.
And
it even rhymes. I'm keeping that one.
It's it. Yeah. And so it's, and it's so true. And so it's like, if, like we go to a lot of events, right? And so it's easy to be like, I'm tired. I got this, or I've seen, I know those guys. I've seen them all before. But you know what? Someone else, your competitor might show up. Mm-hmm. Or how do you separate yourself, right? And if you're in their face all the time, you're just and they're like, you know what? He's around, but like if you're not around,
your face too is something you can trust. Like, he's always there.
Yeah.
I know I can trust him. Or
or
somebody that shows
but I think he goes beyond just like showing up. I think you really focus on relationships, which is like, any successful person, business, it's relationships. Because you could show up, right? You could have your your table out there, your marketing, your ads, whatever. But if you don't have that connection with that person, it doesn't matter.
That's it. And I think, and that has to be like the heart of it, right? We all have those people in our lives that have poured into us, right? And I was, you have the older folks that are pouring into you. Well, it's like, as I just celebrated a birthday, and now I'm on that other side where it's like, I call this kid, I call him Young Blood. He looks like he's 12 and he works with us, but he's 26. And I've tried to take him under my wing, and say, hey, this is how you do it. This is the blueprint of, hey, you got to, if you're here, go meet 3 to 5, places in that area, and then be strategical when you're going on your calls. Like, don't just go from Garden Grove to Corona and then back to Garden Grove. Like, that's silly. Like, you got a meeting at 10 o'clock in Corona. We'll get there at 7:30 and start. Especially in the construction industry, there's no such thing as getting there too early.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just like, now I'm on the flip side of, now it's like, I want to be that person, because I've had so many mentors and people that have helped me out along the way. So it's a different, it's a mind shift a little bit. But in 2026, I don't do like New Year's resolutions or anything, but one of the things that I was thinking about was like, hey, how do you build bridges with people, right? How do you connect people with other people? And so that's been the focus, as opposed to, hey, what can I get from Lila? What can you do for me?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you know what? How can I connect Frank with Scott or whoever? And it's fulfilling, right? You get more out of that helping somebody else than
Oh, sure.
Well, that's when it comes naturally and it becomes a beautiful thing, right? Because like when I first met Mike and we started networking together, and I opened up my book and introduced him to some people. And then, but I mean, for people like us, we don't think we do things because our heart tells us to. And I never have any expectations if I do something for someone, but it always comes back around when you do it from the heart.
You guys didn't, sorry to cut you off, but you guys didn't know each other before?
Or no, we were
because you guys were in the same circle, right? Because of the same clients, or like somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Monson was probably
that's who connected us, right? Yeah, that was the bridge. Yeah, okay. and that was it. It was, but again, because being somewhat, I was a ghost follower on LinkedIn, right? Where you see it, but I wasn't interacting or anything. So I saw the Triangle Hustle, I saw the Safety Vibe. Frank was always posting, Rocio, and you do a great job, right? And so it's like people, so when like you meet somebody for the first time, it's not a cold call, right? It's not it's a warmly like, oh, you know what? I've seen, we talked about it. I've seen your videos, and you seem like
those conversations are like when you go to a networking event and they see you.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
Oh, your LinkedIn videos are so good.
Yeah.
So it does already break the ice.
Yep, it does.
And then so Hugo connected us, and then we start networking. But then it comes back because he introduced us to someone who hauls inert material, and there's a deal being made in the process that benefits Arrow. And it's just little things like that come naturally, while at the same time, when we see each other, we're having the time of our lives, and it's always fun. It's always a great interaction. There's no pressure. There, it's just like a true connection, and that's how real friendships form. And they come naturally. They support. They fill your cup. You fill theirs.
Yes.
And it's a mutual, respectful thing, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah. You were just talking about young blood.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And what I see, and that it's kind of sad that people think that they can have relationships, on the phone or just using social media, and it's like it's so surface, and it's never. It's like you can't even compare. Just like our guest we just had, Frank knew a little bit of her, and she's cool or whatever. But now we actually had an hour of conversation with her. And I'm sure Frank has a whole different feeling of who she is, because we all have our stories. And the thing about the younger generation is like there's the belief in this relationship building, in this networking part. It's like they feel like it's not necessary. Like, I can send a text, I can just do it on the computer, and it's like, dude, young blood, you can't even compare when we get in each other's space and we're exchanging each other's energy. It goes like so much deeper and farther than anything that you could do on this phone. But they're at the same time, but because they're so introverted in a sense, because they think this is what's the connector, like they're not developing those social skills where you feel joy. Like you go home and say, man, that was a good time. And then you want to talk to you again. And then you have something to refer to, like, dude, that fucking event was so fun, blah, blah, blah. And then you trust, and then you're inviting the other homies. And again, birds of a feather flock together. So there's a certain connection, and then there's a community. And then those people that don't like us, all of a sudden they want to sit at our table, you know, because they see what we have is real. It's not a superficial text every now and then. And that's one thing that I think we got to probably, as sales pros, really try to teach the young people, because they're really missing out on what's the beauty of sales.
And you shouldn't be afraid to, like Mike, you know, offering support to young buck. That's true leadership. When you give without, because a lot of people be like, I'm not going to help this dude out because he's going to gun after my shit one day. But that's such an inappropriate way to look at it. Like you do reach a certain level, or you get to a certain place in your career where your purpose is to give back. Everything you went through, if you can make someone's life easier, you know, they're not going to take from you. It's going to turn into a reward eventually, if you truly care.
And those kids, I mean, you know, for the young kids that are watching, they have an opportunity in front of them. All you have to do is be a little good at looking somebody in the eye, you know, oh, buddy. Looking somebody in the eye and having a relationship with them, shaking their hands, you know, not being afraid to fail. That's a big one. Is
great.
They're
subject
not
line.
They're not conditioned. They've been pampered, or it's been a little bit softer. You know, everyone gets a trophy, and so all of a sudden they get punched in the mouth for the first time. I don't like that. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do door-to-door sales. I don't want to go knock on doors, because why? Because I get beat up. Yeah, you get beat up.
Yeah.
But you build like those, you know, the mental calluses, right? Where you get toughened up, because, like, you know what? The first time you get punched, it hurts. Second time, it still hurts.
But by the third time, you're like dodging.
You're dodging. It's like, okay, cool, next. And so, and the kid, going back to young blood, he's a, so I'll back up. I was a baseball player 20 some odd years ago.
I was about to bring that up.
Yeah, well, and so okay, go ahead.
He was, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but Diesel King over here actually played pro ball.
Pro ball.
I did college, and then I was in. I got drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Really?
So I was in their minor league system.
Nice.
It was like I said, it was a long time ago. But one of the things, so you learn. You know, baseball is really hard, and it's every day. And so you can't let yesterday's failures affect, you know, today's outcome or performance, right? And so you have to be mentally resilient. It's like remember those little punching bags where you punch it and it'll pop back up. You have to do that. And so basically I took, you know, where I was when I started my career and then when I ended. I mean, I'll take it. I wasn't the best player, but I outworked everybody. And so, like, I shouldn't have gotten as far as I did. But it was work ethic, and I just wanted to outcompete. So, you know, you get to a certain level, everybody's really good. And then it's the mental fortitude that separates those really good ones from the ones that don't make it.
Yeah.
It's not so much the skill set. It's that mental.
No, it's the struggle.
It is.
That makes you mentally tough.
So I take that into now I'm in sales. It's like, okay, I want to outwork everybody.
Yeah,
I'll outcompete. I'll wake up before you. I'll go to sleep after you, and I will do everything I can. And going back to that, hey, it's easy to go home at, you know, whatever after the meeting. It's like, but that fire that burns in you, it's like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
You got it, because someone else will. And that's the thing. Somebody else will go after your
somebody else will be at work,
your clients or your prospects. And so it's like, you can't let that happen.
Yeah. Sometimes I tell myself, like, at this year, like at this day and age of doing this hustle for so long, you know, I'm sometimes still the last one before I go home. And then, you know, some people will be like, what are you still doing at work? You're the owner. You should be leaving early. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't even say why am I.
But that's not what got you there, though, right?
Yeah.
That's not what got you there. And so you're like that. That's in your DNA,
no,
right?
It's that sales thing. Like, I don't care if 50,000 went in today. I'm still preparing for the next, and it's like I can't make it go away.
Yeah, the business is your baby.
Yeah.
I think the viewers need to know that when Mike was making himself look cool. There's a little dog here at the Triangle Hustle, and while Mike was talking about how great he is, the dog actually came in here and almost threw up.
He did.
Because the dog knows Mike's full of shit.
My dog's like 16, so he is an old, wise soul. He is funny.
I heard him say bullshit.
He went,
yeah.
No, but I think everyone's journey is different, but kind of the same. And I think the great ones and the good people always go through something that builds them, refines them, and gets them ready to the purpose that they're currently carrying. Yes. Like baseball, right? Even, I mean, it's hard just to make it.
Even in college, you gotta be good to be in college, much less in the pros.
The fact that you went pro, I mean, that speaks for itself.
Yes.
And obviously, you learned a lot of things there that are that make you who you are today.
But your mindset for baseball is like fits right into sales. You know, like I want to compete, I want to be better.
The discipline.
I'm gonna go.
Yes. Yeah,
that's a key word. I've been hearing that word all week.
Discipline.
And it's a perfect question for you because you have had really, really great discipline. Somebody asked me earlier in the week that they're having a hard time with building discipline, with trying to find their groove, trying to stick to something that they could do on a daily basis to reach those higher levels. What would you say to someone like that?
Okay, so depending on the person, right? Because there's people that you have to, and it's just like raising kids. There's some kids that you have to pat on the back. And you have to kick in the rear end, right? I would good point. So depending on the person, right? If there's somebody like when you said you knew you could talk shit to me, right? So like if it was me, I would imagine that you would challenge me and say, "Do you really want it?" Right? I mean, you talk that you want this, and I need to build discipline. It's like, well, all you have to do, you have to take that first step, and then you have to commit to it, right? And you have to do things that you don't want to do, and act like you love it. Right. So it's like, if I wanted a six pack, if I really wanted a six pack, right. But I couldn't sit here and talk like, yeah, I want a six pack. I want a six pack. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing to get that? Right.
Let me see you doing them core exercises.
So it's like, what do you because everybody everyone wants to talk about, hey, I want this, I want whatever their viewpoint of success is, but no one's willing to do what it takes. Like, the action, the iceberg, right? Everyone wants the top, but you don't see all the junk underneath. And that the success, everyone thinks it goes up and to the right. It's ups and downs, but you got to do it every day and you got to be consistent. And it's like, what do you want? Like, do you want to whatever your goal is? And it's like, one of the things that we talk to our kids about is like work things backwards. So it's something silly like, all right, you have to be you got a game at 3:00. What time do you have to be there? How long is it going to take you to get prepared? And then how long's the drive? So now it's like, okay, so you probably got to leave here at whatever time. So going on the success side, right? Okay, well, what do you want? Let's write it down. And then, okay, what is it realistically going to take to get you there? And then people will look and they're like, I don't know if I'm willing to do that. Oh, then okay, then we're being honest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on the flip side, if it's someone that you need to encourage, then it's like, well, hey, let me help. Again, let me show you what it's going to take, and then I'm going to encourage you. Hey, maybe it's a call, maybe it could be anything, right? But it's like, hey, Frank, how's it going with this? Hey, we talk about like, hey, Bible study. Mm-hmm. Hey, Frank, you been in the Word? All right, man. Hey, let's start tomorrow. Or let's start right now, right? Because the old saying, 7 days out of the Word makes 1 week. WEAK, right?
Yes.
So you got to stay in it, right? And so it's like, and it's hard. It's because we get busy and we get things. So it's like, if I can encourage you, now you're like, hey, you know what? Right? Hey, Frank, I was reading in Romans today. Let's get in a study together. And they're like, oh, okay. And say, hey, what did you think about that? Now all of a sudden you're accountable to yourself, right? Mm-hmm. But then it's like, hey, I can't let Mike down. I gotta, and now you have an accountability, right? Because it's it's one thing to be accountable to yourself, but then when you have someone else, it's like going to the gym, right? If you have someone that you're
especially
going with,
if you're a giver, if you're like the giver. So sometimes when we make a promise just to ourselves, we could be like, but if I have a date with Frank at the gym at 10, I'm not going to miss it. Well,
but if it's just me, you're gonna. First of all, You would show up at 10:30.
No.
Or 11.
10:10.
Hey, but you showed up. You showed up. You showed up.
I'm never extremely late. I'm always fashionably late.
Fashion, yeah. Dude.
In fashion.
So I'm to the point now where if I know we need to be somewhere, Laila, Rocio and I, like, and the meeting's at 10, I light my ass off. I'm like, we gotta be there at 8:30.
Yeah. So okay, so just so we're clear.
Good plan.
Just so we're clear. So when we have barbecues, you guys aren't not in charge of the meat, you're in charge of the dessert.
Got it.
I'm in.
I'm in. Because the dessert gets eaten at the end.
Don't put him in charge of the tortillas, bro, because no one's going to eat that fucking
Everybody
day.
will be eating.
It's like, hey, we're barbecuing at 12 and shit. They show up at 3. Like, hey, where's the food ready? No, you were supposed to bring it.
You were in charge of the meat. Right? That's right. I did have a friend tell me, like, going back to discipline, but he was more like, well, how do you stay motivated? And it was like, shit, motivated, you got to have your discipline first. Once you stay disciplined, you'll be motivated. Like, I got to get up, I got to do this, I got to do that. Or like you said, if you want to improve something or get more disciplined in something, right? The New Year's resolution. I want to do these 5 things. It's like, dude, one at a time. How about that? Focus on it for a week.
And I think that happens a lot with people who are trying to build discipline, because they always ask me, like, dude, you're so, like, man, you're always on it. And I'm like, I didn't just like wake up and get here, bro. Like I started very, very small. I didn't put too much on myself. And like you just said right now, one thing first, then the next, then
Kill
the
that.
next.
Focus on it. 1 week of whatever. It could be drink more water.
And
I need to drink more water.
The biggest thing I ever did for myself, show the fuck up. Show up.
So it just totally reminded me of this. So I help coach, obviously, and I played. So I help coach, kids. Obviously, my son as he was going up and stuff. And so when we're working with kids, I tell them all the time. I said, hey, when you looked at yourself in the mirror this morning when you got up, did you look any different than you did yesterday?
I look hot.
The exception, not the rule, right? So you look exactly the same, and tomorrow you're gonna look exactly. And so, but if you look back at your, let's say I'm dealing with a 12-year-old kid, and hey, if you look back at your, 4th grade picture, do you look a little different? Yeah. But I can tell it's you, right? And so the point is so I'll stand there and I'll stand right here. Okay, so our job is to get, and this happens with business too. I got to get a little bit better today, and a little bit better tomorrow, and a little bit better. Now, a week goes by, you're the same, and you haven't gone anywhere, right? But if you do that every day, 6 months, you made some growth, right?
That compound effect, sure.
Yes.
Yep.
1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and so you look back, and so when we're working with these kids, I'll say, hey, your job is to have 18-year-old you walk into that cage right now and say, thank you. I couldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for your hard work. Yeah. And then the light goes on. And so we always say it, we call them, when we work in the cage or we're working with kids, like, hey, I want you to have 3 aha moments today. And where you go, okay, that makes sense. We had when I was in college, we had a sports psychologist, and he was, he would work with like surgeons, in surgery, and then he worked on the sports side, and his thing was he had like this red light, yellow light, green light theory, right? So green light is, hey, your day's going great, everything's smooth, no issues, right? A yellow light would be, there's a misdelivery or a hiccup or an order didn't get placed, something went wrong, right? And then red light is full chaos, out of control. Your heart's beating 130 beats a minute because you're out of control. And so it's easy to do well and it's easy to perform when you're at green, right? The goal is to, if you catch yourself at yellow, try to get back to green as quickly as you can versus spiraling out of control. And so he would talk about having like a focal point. And it was just basically like, so if we're in this room and one of the guys, the surgeons he worked with, he goes, guys, listen, I know you guys have pressure, you have to perform. He goes, but try having someone's life in their hands. It's a little bit more pressure, right? And so he was talking about how the surgeons would, if they caught themselves where they're just getting, maybe a little anxiety, one of the doctors would look up at the clock. And that clock reminded him all the work that he put in and how good he was, right? And how much he called it hay in the barn, how much hay he put in that barn. And it got him back to where he needed to be when he needed to be there. And it was a great analogy for us, right? As ball players and stuff. And it works in sales too. It's like, be where you need to be when you need to be there. right? And when things start spiraling out of control, go back to what you know is true and all the work that you've put in, and that there will be, it's everything is temporary, right? And it's like, okay, what can you do now to fix that issue versus throw your hands up and spiral out of control. So,
and you really can't, when you are redlining, you're really not in the headspace to fix any issues. And it's I love that, because sometimes 30 seconds, 2 minutes really determine the course of that particular moment, right? And a lot of people don't realize if you just take a breath and hold for 10.
No, that's a great point. It's like, hey, did you have a bad day today? No, you had a bad 2 minutes.
Exactly.
But what do we remember?
The 2 minutes.
The 2 minutes, right? And so it's like, how do you change that shift in your thinking to where it's like, you know what? It was a pretty good day. Right. And it's like, and then you build on it. It was a pretty good day. But if you're, you know how it is, if you're always negative, and it's like, it'll wear you out. You'll start, your shoulders.
You can see how people, when they respond negative, and someone who's usually, and they
looking on the bright side.
And it just one bad thing, then their whole day, they just make it a bad day.
Yeah. And we're all in sales here. When our sales get a little slow, we get like,
oh, dude, you get a little, hey,
you get in our own head.
Red light.
Well, you get in your own head, and you don't even like, what am I not doing? And then the next day comes, and it's just like flow again, and it's like, calm down,
recently,
calm
the last
down
couple
yesterday.
Weeks, because our hauls were low, and we, I called Mike, or we were talking, and we were just like, hey man, how you doing over there? Well, but then we always end our conversation with, but this shit, it's gonna get better.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Yes.
And it's kind of cool to have that interaction with someone who brings you back to the.
Yes.
It's gonna get, because at that, and then that's like, you know what, where some people are like, oh fuck man, it's
I hate this
shit.
job.
It's gonna be
the ebbs and flows.
Well, sometimes, because with our own head, when we're having a slow day, then we start like, well, maybe I'm not as chingona as I thought, right? But then you get around the people that like, you're my favorite, and you're the best,
and they build you up,
and you're like,
you're like, you know what?
It's all good.
Or they make a stupid video.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not as bad as this guy. Look at
this shit right here. Did you really release that?
Yeah.
No,
but sales is still the best job. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah.
So you see, I knew Mike was more than just the diesel king. He actually has some insight. But I do have some questions before our time runs out, man. So I had
some questions?
Are you ready for some
Diesel
questions?
King?
Wait. Before you ask any question, I want to ask you about your daughter and your kids. So that's actually the reason why I
gotta make sure these things are on tight, because I might get
why I reached out.
Oh, okay.
So I admire how much you support your kids, show love to your kids on social media. And I always think it's cool when I see a person post like, hey, my son won this award, or like, this is like, my child. So I love it. I don't have any kids, but I do wish in the future to become a mom, either, naturally or adopting a child. But I always do look up, I see that sense, the happiness in people when they have their child and they talk about it. So, you seem to be very involved in your children's lives, and kudos to you, because we know we need more fathers in this world, and it takes a lot of responsibility to become a parent, but also I think it also takes another responsibility to be committed as a parent, because anyone could have kids, right? Well, some people could have kids more naturally, but do you actually have the involvement, the heart to be parent that's involved and cared about their children? So I want to ask you.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. Yeah. So we've been going through it this year with our son's a senior and our daughter's a freshman. And so when we found out we were having Michaela, and you start doing the math, you're like, well, you know what? They're going to be a senior and a freshman, and then in 2026, which sounded like light years away, right? And so now here we are. So we did all the firsts and the lasts, right? And so it's been interesting. Friends of ours told us in the summertime last year. They said, hey, and Derek's great. You've met Derek. He's a great kid. He's a phenomenal kid. And they said, hey, you know what? he's going to be a little turd this year. I'm like, no, not Derek. He's my buddy. Like, is
that your son,
That's
Derek?
my son, Derek. Yeah, okay. Sorry. And so, and he's going to go to college next year. And so, and some friends of ours said, hey, he's going to soil the nest. And I'm like,
what does that mean?
Okay. So, yeah, no, it's great. Right. So when birds are getting ready to fly, at some point they're going to, they cause a little ruckus at home. And then it's like, all right, it's time for you to go. I say that I'm not there. I want him to stay, but he's ready to fly. He's ready. He is ready to take off. So we're watching that in real time. Like, man, so we're going through a lot of the lasts with him, as far as he's going to move out and he's going to, he'll be back, but he's growing up. And then Michaela comes along. And so now she's like, she loves her big brother. I mean, he is the greatest thing on planet Earth to her, and so she's gotten to enjoy those this year with him, and she knows it's coming to an end. And so she's we had senior day at football in the fall where the families come out. Michaela's crying, and she knows it's special, right?
Yes.
So we had senior night for baseball last week, and it's special. But I gotta say this: it takes a village. It's not. I mean, my wife is amazing. I told you she's the GOAT. But it takes a village. We have a really good group that our family's big. We got cousins and aunties and uncles, and then just family friends that are around. And so when we were in 7th, 8th grade, we were doing baseball. Derek was on a team, and we were sitting next to a family. And I remember my wife said to the mom, "Like, hey, where's your son going to go to high school?" Because everyone's kind of just figuring out where they're going to go and stuff. And she goes, I teach at Valley Christian High School in Cerritos. And I heard her say that, and I turned and I looked, and my wife, it was like ding. And so my wife started looking into it, and shout out to them. That's the best decision. One of the best decisions we've ever made is sending them there. It was for them. It was a special. It's a special community. They've embraced them, and so they've thrived. And it's a big part of that is because of that school and the people community that are around community. Yeah. So it takes a village. And we've been blessed. And so, how it works when you often don't see what God's doing in the when you're looking out in the horizon, but it's usually in the rearview mirror when you're like, oh, that's what he was doing. Yeah. So we're just it's a village for sure. Yeah. So,
that when you're talking about kids, cause my kids are grown, right? My daughter's going to be 33 and then my son's 28, but even Jordan now, because she's doing she likes theater and stuff, and so she had like her first performance, and now she's in SoCal, so that's the support of the village. Yes. Like 15 or 20 of us got together and we were all there, and it's just such an impact as our children, because she may be 30, but she's my child, and what it does for them, the support and the love, especially of your family. Some people don't have big families, so then you'll find that in your church, or you'll find that at your kids' schools. But it's like such a not only a safe space, but it's like where you are and what you're becoming. So it's always really smart also to protect and create productive, great, with a little bit of struggle environment, because life is hard, and we don't want to be these weak. No, we want to be some mentally tough people that are surrounded by community, because then the future is bright, no matter what it is that you choose to do with your life. Because we're spiritual beings, we're physical beings, and our children mean everything to us. It doesn't matter how old they are. And like you said, community and love is just
you just said it. I think that you do need that support group, and some people have it and some people don't. So now what is our job? Yes, for the ones that don't have it.
Yeah, yes, to be there for those.
How do you do that? It's a coach, it's a mentor, it's whatever you can do, and it's like you have to be the light.
Oh yeah, to and like you said, they don't have it. So how we talk about filling our cup, they don't have anybody, and we do. Like I feel like my family right now, they're like they fill my cup. Yeah. So then, like you said, then I'm able to do it for somebody that doesn't have any family. Yeah. And there's a lot of joy in what we have, but there's more, like you say, joy when you can do it for somebody else.
And then when you see somebody that you've poured into, and all of a sudden they're thriving, and it's like, man, all the glory goes to God, right?
All the glory goes to God, but it still feels good.
No, 100%. It's 100%. Yeah, it's like wow, I was used to impact somebody.
Yes.
And
another great point. Here I am, Lord, send me. Yes, use me. Yeah, my little piece of shit ass, I can do some good stuff too.
Yeah. No, and a lot of times that's who we're meant to be. We're meant to be that bridge that gets people from point A to point B, right? And God uses people in other people's lives all the time, right? He'll send you someone, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's very important to gravitate to that and to hopefully follow that path and walk on that bridge, not over it.
And it's hard. I mean, there's the old, I just remember guy said this. He goes, hey, live in such a way that people want what you have, right? So now you can shine the light, right? And it's
not necessarily your money.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, it's your time. It's this, right? It's this. Yes. It's just having conversations because everything right now is so.
But see, that's the misconception people have. People always do things because they see they put a transaction or a monetary value on what you should be doing for free and willingly to do, because when you do it free and willingly from the heart in God's name, you're gonna get all that other shit. And a lot of people don't realize that, and it's so frustrating because they're like, I gotta go do this and I gotta work hard at this because I need to make money. No, motherfucker, you need to be a good person.
Yes,
you need to be a good person and give from the heart and serve.
Yes,
and because all that other stuff you want will be given
and
to you.
Serve. That's the thing. Because there's a lot of great salespeople, but I think it's the super special people, because we're all Christians in this room and we're all hustlers and we're all in sales. But it's funny how we all have that same mindset too. We're here to serve you. Like, what can I here do for you? Not I'm here so what you could do for me and what I could sell you. No, it's like beyond the transaction, and people feel that, and now they're trusting you with, like you said, the money follows, or the blessings follow. But when you're coming in from the gate to serve, whole different class of salesperson. I say not a transactional salesperson at all, but one that really wants to take care of business and take care of you.
Yeah, then you're not, and then you're actually not even selling, because
when you get a relationship.
Yeah, or you're just like, hey, I'm here, I want to help you. And if you lose that, let's say you come in and you're talking to a customer, and it's like, hey, in your heart is I want to help you, I want to serve you, and you don't get the business, it's like,
that's okay.
Okay. It's okay, but
I'll call you next
week.
But
I will, and I still want to serve you.
Yeah.
It's not, cut off my list and, I'll never call you again. It's like, no, my heart is the same.
You know
I
where
still
to
want to
find
serve
me.
you.
If we're not doing business, you know where to find me. Let's keep in touch. I think you're
and
great.
I still, you know what? And I'm still rooting for you, and I'm still like, I want to know how your kids are doing, and I want to, I want to follow. I just want to, because at the end of the day, 50, 60, 100 years from now, none of this matters.
Correct.
Right? Like none of this, it doesn't matter.
No.
So we're here for a short time.
I think as men and women, we should focus not so much on the monetary, but how to leave legacy. And impact.
Legacy.
Yeah.
That's right.
And impact people's lives. It's like that story we recently heard, that lady dies and 300 people show up to her funeral. And it, and why? Because she was just a normal lady, but she impacted people's lives.
And that's what you're never gonna know. You're not gonna know this side of heaven, right? It's like you don't know what. Like you could have a conversation with the lady that does your hair, the barista at Starbucks, and it's like a lot of times, don't we all just want a little hope?
Yeah.
And so it's like, I think sometimes, if you're having a, you're not having a great day or whatever, it's like, stop being selfish. It's not about you. And now if you go and you interact with the lady at the cashier, or the superintendent of the job site, like, hey, he's going through some stuff too, right?
Oh yeah.
And how can you be that, like I said, be that light to him? It's like, hey, encourage him, or just like, hey man, are you good? You good? Or just
are you
check
in a crisis?
Because right, because
and when you feel that for people in sales, and you can feel that they're having a bad day, that's level up too. For relationships in business, that's when your energy is like. Yeah, you want to see people succeed. Oh yeah, or if something's going wrong, then you want to be in there like it's all good. You okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this definitely took over the 10 questions I had for Mike, but I'm glad it did, because I think this last part of the show was really what we needed to say today, and it's really one of the reasons why I appreciate and value your friendship, bro. Because one of the first things I saw from you was your faith, and I knew that we were going to have an interesting dynamic, to say the least. And I'm glad you're in my life. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you came. You're my friend now, too.
Thank you.
I was one of the questions, and since you talked about Trump earlier, and I totally picture you doing that Tiger Woods shit, like getting pulled over all drunk.
Oh yeah.
And then
I'm on the phone with the president.
I'm on the phone with the president, bro. Like, I can totally see you doing that shit. But you know, Trump just released all this alien footage. You know, the aliens are real, whatever.
Yeah.
Really?
So I immediately thought driving over.
But whatever.
I'm listening to people talk and comment about, you know, all the aliens, and the aliens are real. And I picture the aliens landing and fucking grabbing Mike and asking him, "So you're the Diesel Kid?"
You know what? That
might be the next video. I want to know what Mike would say. I want to know what Mike would say to the aliens if the alien came down right now into Safety Vibes.
No, I know what. He'll be like, "What kind of fuel does your spaceship use?"
Yeah.
Let him answer.
Oh.
Boy, I don't know. You know
Damn
what? I'll tell you what.
Damn it, Layla.
Now that I'm at a red light, light and I'm spinning. We'll see in the next video. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right.
Find out what I would say.
So stay tuned in.
Yes.
Watch Mike having an interaction with the aliens that we recently. Well, we knew that.
Well, since Trump, Trump released the.
So man, that guy in marketing, man.
Who? Trump?
Trump.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he is a businessman before he became the president. So marketing is key. Oh yeah.
Last questions, comments for Mr. Mike.
Well, if I may, you guys, I'd like to talk a little bit about humility before we wrap up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Humility.
So,
humility
is a big deal to me, and so I got invited to play in a golf tournament. My buddy Zach invited me and a couple other guys to play in the Velocity Golf Tournament last week, and we came in second place.
What?
Nice.
Yeah. Now,
you can golf, huh?
was I the best player on the team? Absolutely not.
No. Okay.
But do you think Greg, Zach, and Matt could have won that tournament or come in second place without me? Absolutely not. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that I was a big part of that.
You're a big part of second place.
No, I just want to say it was a phenomenal tournament put together by Velocity, and we came in second place. So next year we're gonna come back.
I'm excited that we could I'm glad to know that we could give you a platform to where you could come out here and be as humble as you are. And show everybody how you got second. But I just have one thing to say. I just have one thing.
Yes, sir.
If you're not first, you're last.
Hey, I'm last, baby.
Yeah.
With a sweet trophy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. Very good. Very nice trophy. Congratulations.
Thanks.
But if you're not first, you are last, by the way.
I thought you brought us Rolexes or something. No, I just want to show you guys my awesome trophy.
No, it's going back to we've gotten to meet a lot of great people on through this, and thank you guys for having me. This has been so much fun, and it's been great, and I'm all fired up right now.
Yeah.
You get to meet people that you normally wouldn't get a chance to meet. So it's been awesome. Thank you guys.
I wanted to touch on your humility thing, because to me there's nothing, just if it's a guy, there's like nothing sexier or more just beautiful about like a super wealthy man that will shine your shoes or open the door for you. It's like almost makes me want to melt. Like I think it's like the most beautiful thing in a person.
It is. Yeah. It really is. And there's some people out there like that.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Not a lot, but
I bet there's more than we think, though. I bet there's a lot more that are just quiet, the quiet humility where but you wouldn't know.
But here's the thing, right? You could be wealthy in a lot of ways. I think if any man is humble and shows that humility and truly gives from the heart, deserves.
But when people have a lot of money, they're just different, right? They think they're different. They know they're different. But then you have those that are just like everybody else here. And it's like, wow. It's like a wow.
Like the Aaron Valverdes of the world.
Yeah. Aaron's a sweetheart. He's great.
Yeah, I trip out at church when he still offers me a Mento.
I love his pictures.
He does a great job too.
Mr. Aaron is super active on LinkedIn. He outbeats all of us.
So I met.
Well, he doesn't say much. He posts his pictures.
But he's posting on a daily basis.
No, he comments.
Does he? Yes. But he's a man of little words, but he speaks his one-liners.
Yeah.
He always says the trash king, or he says like, he'll comment on your stuff, the triangle. No, he's really good. I met him twice. He wouldn't know who I am, but I met him.
He knows who you are.
Well, because you guys. But I'm saying like I met him.
He knew you were gonna be here today. He texted me.
Oh, hi, Aaron. So one of my the gentleman, he goes to our church. He's the one that got me in the industry 13 years ago.
Oh, really?
His daughter went to school with Aaron's daughter. And
really?
so we were out in Santa Fe Springs, cold calling. He's like, hey, want to stop by? And so it was, like I said, like
what a
13
small
years,
world.
13 years ago. And then I met him at Construction Expo this year. We were
in Vegas?
Yeah. Yep. So and I said, "Hey, I'm Frank's buddy," and he just turned around and
okay.
No.
And said, huh?
Yeah, he's like, "Wait, Frank."
Hey, I know Frank.
Frank, cool.
Yeah.
I heard you're discipling that guy. Who?
Yeah.
There's no hope there. Oh my God.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know where we cut, or did we already? What are we doing? Did we just? Okay.
Awesome.
No, this is a great show.
Thanks for letting me. I needed to plug those guys because they're great.
Yeah.
There's so many other like.
So you're pretty decent.
No, I know I'm terrible. I was the worst guy on the team, but I had to make them. I had to let those guys know, like, hey, you wouldn't.
That's what he does, though.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
I should have said this. I should have said, hey, listen, we all know
We're still recording.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, we all know you're only as good as your weakest link, right? And so.
That's true.
Right.
Here I am.
Yeah.
I used to do the same thing when Gabriel and Chris got into like Call of Duty.
The game.
And then online, the first ones that came out, and they were online, and they made me buy an Xbox because they would be at their mom's house sometimes, and they'd be at my house. So in order for us to talk, I would jump in and play online with them and their friends. And then I would talk so much shit, dude, because I die like 257 times.
Right.
And they were, damn, dude, your dad sucks. And like, but does he really have to play with us? But here's me, like, dude, I'm tired of carrying this team.
Yeah. Exactly.
I really
You guys suck. Step it up.
Yeah. Bro, I'm out here saving. Like, I literally just jumped in front of you and that sniper, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Did your kids play Fortnite?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So Fortnite.
Do you know any video game? I don't either.
Fortnite is just the game that, like, the kids start playing like middle school, and then that they're playing it because it'll be summertime. It's late. You're trying to go to bed. And you could see that the kids' lights are on, and you just hear.
That's still Gabriel, dude.
Yeah. So
then I would log off. Then it would be like Mom's Weekend, and I would log off. And I'd be like, I gotta go, guys. No, why? We need you. And I was like, there's a lot of war widows out there, guys. There's a lot of war widows.
That's it. Oh my gosh, so good.
Hey man, I knew the show was gonna be fun. I'm glad we did this, Rosie. I'm glad you finally made it happen because I had completely forgotten. But it's funny how this triangle works.
Yes.
One of us drops the ball, the other one picks it up.
Yes.
Thanks for being here, Mike.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. You guys have been awesome. A lot of fun. Thank you so much. Look forward to rooting you guys on the future.
Oh yeah. Hey, people want to know if we're ever gonna beef again.
Yeah. You know what? I have a date with the aliens, and then when I'm done dealing with the aliens, I think we should beef again.
Yeah. I think we should beef again.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Go fuck yourself.